Hello YouTube, Natalie Inkwell here, and welcome back to Outer Wilds. I know I did a Hat in Time yesterday, and I just really wanted to get started on that game, but today, yeah, love this game. So, I decided I need to get one little loose end taken care of before anything else. Or rather, two. So, the first one I want to take care of is actually over by the Nightmare Planet, as I like to call it. I'd like to find out where I can... Apparently there is a way to track the probe that was launched from the cannon. It's not mandatory to learn, but wouldn't be a bad idea to learn because I like learning new shit. So, there's that. As long as I'm not... You know... As long as I'm not breaking myself apart and all that stuff, you know. But yeah... The other thing is that I want to do, it has to do with finishing up the Interloper. Because, I mean, the Interloper is super interesting, so that's not exactly a negative to learn. Oh, man, I cannot see. There we go. I'm going to say, I wanted you, not the planet itself. Oh, man, the dark side of... The dark side of Giant's Deep is such a fascinating looking part of the planet. Okay. Gonna match its velocity so I can get into it better. Careful not to accidentally fall into the planet that it is orbiting. Here we are. Alright. Okay. Well. Not exactly the most ideal way of doing this, but it's fine. So apparently, while you're in here, it'll actually tell you where the probe tracker is, so you can find out where the probe launched to. And I wouldn't mind learning that. There's some more information that I'd like to learn too, though, such as control module, right. That was back there. That's not where I need to go. Pod tracking module. Alright. It broke. Interesting. Okay. So the pod tracking module is gone. Launch module. Probe tracking. Yeah, so where I wanted to go is gone. Alright, so let's carefully now. Oh, I do not. I understand now why there is no, okay. Understand now why there's no, ow. Come on, you stupid son of... I don't even know what I was trying to say. I'm sorry. Right, so this is where I was previously. Maybe in here. Okay, first of all, that is some awesome fucking music. Okay. You. What's this? Oh, okay, this is the Ash Twin. That's the Ash Twin. Oop. Trippy fucking gravity here. Yeah, that's the Ash Twin. Pick up launch module projection stone. Right. See, this was the launch module, which is now floating in space. Was there a stone there? Interesting. Was there a projection stone there? I don't know. What else do we got here? Giant's Deep projection stone. I can't remember if I've learned some of the stuff already. Alright, yeah, see, this is the construction yard area. See, some of this information I actually don't know if I'd learned. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Malo, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatives will know the eye's precise location. The thought of concluding our elder's curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. Cassava tells me he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not, under any circumstances, to go above. I see. Am I right to think that consequently we'll be ignoring that setting? I can posit that nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest we do. Giving the orbital probe cannon all the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. Right, so that I did know, and I didn't even get an update that my ship has new information, so obviously I already knew that. The thing was that basically what happened, they put way too much power into it and it blew up. Okay. What about this one? Did I read this one yet? Maybe and maybe not. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I think, yeah, I've read this one too, haven't I? Yeah, so I've already read all this stuff. But it did look like when I put that, this into it, that there's a projection stone floating in space over at the launch module that's now damaged out there. So that could be helpful. At least that's what that looks like. So I guess I can go try and get to the damaged launch module, because I don't know where else I'm going, what's gonna happen there. Okay, where's the opening at? There it is. Yeah, I'm at 50% fuel, so I should probably refuel while I'm at it. Right, because that was the probe tracking module. It's gone. We were just in the control module, and that's the launch module, which is damaged. So I'm gonna go to my ship real quick. Let's see if I can get into the launch module. And because I could have sworn I just saw a projection stone in there. Now, I could be wrong about that. And I often am very wrong about things. This is also a very risky thing to attempt. The last thing I want to do is get dragged too close to the planet and lose my... and get dragged in, so... because this place will drag me in. Ooh. Like that. Okay, now I'm confused because... oh, here. This is where I need to go. This is risky because I could be leaving my ship completely abandoned, but okay. We are here. Probe tracking module projection stone. Let's see what this says. Imagine, Private, the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. We'll be the first to see them. I'm honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Malo. I would mind, because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Okay. There is one up there. I was right. Let's see what this shows me. Okay, this is the control module. So let's see what this shows me. Also the control module. Okay. Interesting. There was a projection stone located there though, so let's see if this tells me anything new. Malo, my better 50%. Yeah, okay, yeah. I've already read this. This is literally the exact same as the other one. Except it showed... yeah, that's the same as the other one. Okay, weird. My question is, then, does... ooh. This place is damaged, so what if... I take this... whoa! Ow. My ship got pulled in suddenly, so that was fun. gotta find a safe place to land. Safe-ish, at least. That was not in the expected at all. And it said the artificial gravity was also busted. Is that still busted or not anymore? It is. Great. But how am I supposed to get up there if, you know, you kind of can't on this planet? Alright, screw that. We're gonna go up into space here and do that up there. I cannot believe that happened. Like, at all. I mean, okay, I kind of can, but that's just because this is Giant's Deep we're talking about. Massive fucking planet. Okay. Yeah, that did not go well. Let's get a little ways away from that damn place so that it doesn't drag me in. Because, yeah, my artificial gravity in my ship is actually busted. Oh! Easy there. Easy there, girl. Alright. I forgot to mute my phone. So where is the module for that? Just a question. Unless there isn't one, and I'm wasting my time out here. There's always that. Oh! It's because it's inside the ship. Oh! Okay, would never have guessed it was inside the ship. I lost Giant's Deep, didn't I? Oh, big time. I was trying to learn more about the probe cannon here because I want to figure out how to get to the probe. So, how did I damage the artificial... How did that happen? If it's inside the ship, how did that... Yikes. You no. Pull up. Up. Oh, that could have gotten messy. To say I do not like the gravity on this planet would be an understatement. I do not like the gravity on this planet. Oh, that's not what I want to lock in on. Oh, that island just got sent skyward. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Let's go to you now. Since I did want to figure out more about you, so... Carefully now, because landing on you's already annoying. Beautiful. Okay. I cannot. For the life of me. Ooh. Okay, where's that crevice at again? Oh, fuck. Never mind. Oh. Okay. Well, maybe the sun was too big for that to matter. Does the interloper get destroyed halfway through a loop? Actually, I never would have thought of that. Interesting. Okay. Well, that happened. Oddly. Weird. Okay, well, I guess I should go look at my ship's log and see more about it. About what I just learned, but yeah. One of the Orbital Probe Cannon's 3 modules, the probe tracking module, is receiving data from the launch probe. Any Nomai aboard the probe tracking module would be the first to see the coordinates of the eye of the universe. A Nomai computer reports the tracking module as missing. I saw the probe tracking module through a Nomai projection pool. It looks like the module is underwater. I could see purple electricity outside the view. I know where it's at. It is on Giant's Deep. It is underwater on Giant's Deep. Gahahaha. The launch module is badly damaged, but its projection pool is still intact. A Nomai named Malo argued that it wouldn't matter if the cannon's structural integrity was compromised, since they only needed to fire the probe once. A Nomai named Private countered that they wouldn't be capable of receiving the probe's data if the probe tracking module was destroyed. One of the orbital probe, control module. The control module recently received a request from the Ash Twin project to launch the probe. The cannon was aligned with a randomly selected probe trajectory. The probe was successfully launched, but the cannon's structural integrity was compromised in the process. Damage is detected in multiple modules. So, you're here somewhere. Underwater with purple electricity. That's Giant's Deep near the core. The question is it accessible currently? I'm willing to give it a shot, but I can't get to the core yet because I don't have all the information I need, and if it is within the core itself, I'm not gonna find it. I cannot believe I just died trying to get into the interloper. I think it's because I'll have to look. I never would have considered that the interloper could have been destroyed partway through a loop. I didn't think of that. It does get really fucking close to the sun, so that's... Carefully now. See, I want to get into Giant's Deep. I just don't want to crash into it because that destroyed a lot of my ship last time. we go. Carefully now, don't... Okay. Right, so, because there's this big current making it impossible to get to the core itself. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to look around and see what I'm missing here. Because it mentioned underwater purple electricity. That is here. This is Giant Deep's core. Is the probe module in the core itself, or is it not? There's this massive current making it impossible to actually get into the core. But I'm willing to look around and see what I find. I'm going to assume that you can't get in there because of the current. That I do know. So there's got to be a way to break the current. Huh. Well, I'm going to take it that there is absolutely no way for me to find that right now, because it's probably inside the core itself. But that is pretty cool. Is that Gabbro's ship? Yeah, that's Gabbro's ship. So my buddy actually sent me something with Gabbro. It was like so in character. It had me chuckling. It was how do I explain it? It was about the meditation thing, and Gabbro just hits you with his oboe. I think it's an oboe. It could be a clarinet. But it sounds a little too deep to be an oboe. Okay, so I don't know about, because I'm looking at my time. I've only been playing for about a half hour, and I was wanting to do the interloper today, but now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I want to now, because that actually was an oddly anxiety-inducing thing to do. So we're going to go back to Timber Hearth here, because I know it's a safe planet to go to. It's the safest. So there is something that I've been meaning to ask as well, and if you're... whether my buddy's the one to answer, because he typically is the one to answer, and he just tells me on Discord or not. I heard he mentioned at one point that all of the planets represent a different phobia. I want to, yeah, like he said, like Brittle Hollow is megalophobia, Giant's Deep is thalassophobia. I could definitely tell you that one as someone who has it myself. But I want to know what some of the other ones are. Like, what's the twins? What about Dark Bramble? Like, I don't think Timber Hearth is going to have one because, you know, it's Timber Hearth. So here's something a little that I've noticed, and I did tell my buddy about this, and this is actually a little sad to think about. Timber Hearth is doomed one way or the other. Because, well, this thing, and I want to look back at it again. Maybe I should put my suit on just so I have better... I don't need it on this planet, but maybe I should put it on anyway. And it's because of this thing that I believe that Timber Hearth is doomed one way or the other. So this is where the Dark Bramble Seed landed, right? Well, because the harmonica signal's coming from both spots, my theory is that this literally leads to the same pocket dimension, which means that because this has taken root, if the supernova didn't happen first, Timber Hearth is gonna die because this thing's here. Because if you launch your scout into it, it even says duplicate symbol. But look, this is literally the same place. Oh. Yep, and now I cannot get any more pictures because I think I got swallowed by a anglerfish. But this seed leads to the exact same pocket dimension that the one on Dark Bramble leads to, which means that Mr. Tektite here is looking at literally what's going to destroy this planet if it wasn't for a supernova. And I told my buddy about that theory, and he told me I was very astute that I had noticed that. So it's very clear that that was an intended thing for you to learn. Like, you were supposed to figure that out. It gets spelled out a little bit differently later, but I'm not there yet. But unfortunately, and that the biggest example is actually when you talk to Tektite. Oh, let's go ahead and show that. I did this all the way back in episode 5, but I just want to talk about how I figured this out. If you talk to him, he talks about it. Is that a Dark Bramble seed? You think so? I've seen nothing. It's nothing I've ever seen in Timber Hearth before. Whatever it is, it put its roots down in a hurry. I don't like the looks of this thing, hatchling, and that's a fact. I think I'll set Marl on and Howl loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner rather than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plat faster than a tree keeper can. So, yeah, because he mentions that they want to get rid of it, and I don't know if you can. But yeah, I noticed that when I found this, like, I was able to realize what it was pretty quickly. It's Dark Bramble. But you, at some point, I will figure out. Will you stay orbiting Timber Hearth if I have a snapshot of you up? I know that in order to land there, I need to get into the Tower of Quantum Knowledge, but... So, I was shocked when I found the other tower, but I thought that that was the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Apparently, it's not. That was the Tower of Quantum Trials. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Because I'd assume that this thing could probably still orbit Timber Hearth if I have a picture of it, but I don't see the Quantum Moon anymore, so maybe it doesn't. What the hell is that? What the f... Was that Esker doing his thing with his fucking probe? That was weird. Yeah. Does quantum imaging not work on the Quantum Moon? Because I'm literally not seeing it even though I put a picture of it. That's fascinating, actually. It's actually kind of fascinating. Okay, so this is a little shorter than I initially intended to, but and I know that I'm apparently taking a lot longer on this game than I should be. Yeah, the fact that I've found everything there is to find on Hollow's Lantern, and it is the saddest thing. That's another one there that I want to figure out. I have a theory of where I can find my entry. So, my buddy told me that while you can land there manually, you're not intended to your first time. You're supposed to find a more direct entry there than to just land there. My theory is that it's probably here. which I'm not gonna do just yet. So yeah, I know I've only gone 35 minutes, which is 10 minutes shorter than I typically do this for, but I have a lot I gotta do today. Is I put way too much on my plate than I probably should have. So I'm gonna call this here. If you enjoyed, hit like, subscribe, the usual stuff that everyone asks you to do, nobody does, and I'll see you later.